When you open an app on your phone and see your crypto balance, it feels reassuring. You look at that screen and naturally assume your money is sitting right there, safe inside the app. But that image on the screen is a representation of the assets, not the assets themselves. The app, the exchange where you bought them, and even your personal crypto wallet do not physically contain your digital coins. This gap between what we see on our screens and how the system actually works behind the scenes is where most beginner mistakes happen. Your crypto actually lives on the blockchain, a shared digital notebook duplicated across thousands of computers worldwide. Transactions are grouped into blocks, securely locked to the previous one, creating a permanent history. Your wallet is simply a lens to view and interact with this data. Because the blockchain is the official record of what you own, having control over your assets depends entirely on holding the specific keys that allow you to move those records. To use your control panel, you deal with two different types of keys. The first is your public key, which you usually see as your wallet address. This functions like an email address. You can safely share it with anyone so they can send your funds. The second is your private key. This is the master password that acts as your unique digital signature on the network. It is the only way to prove to the blockchain that you are the true owner of an address. A raw private key is a long string of random numbers and letters that is difficult to remember. To make it easier to back up, your wallet translates that complex code into a list of 12 or 24 words, called a seed phrase. In this system, if someone gets their hands on that list of words, they can take everything. And if you lose it, you are locked out of your assets forever. There is no password reset button and no customer support hotline to call for help. The decentralized network only recognizes the key, not the person. Possession of that private key is the only true proof of ownership the system acknowledges. Because managing keys is a big responsibility, many people start with custodial wallets. This is when a third-party company, like a crypto exchange, holds and manages the private keys for you. This provides the familiar experience of logging in with an email and being able to reset a forgotten password. However, you are trusting that company with your access. If they freeze your account or go out of business, you cannot reach your assets. A non-custodial wallet is the alternative, where you hold your own keys. This removes any company or middleman from the process, giving you direct and total control over your funds. That independence requires you to be your own bank. Since there is no intermediary, any technical mistake or lost backup phrase becomes a problem only you can solve. Choosing between these options is a trade-off between the convenience of a managed account and the total control of managing your own keys. If you choose to hold your own keys, you have to decide where to keep them. A hot wallet is a software application on your phone or computer that stays connected to the internet. This makes it easy to use for quick, everyday transactions. But that internet connection also brings risks. Hot wallets face constant exposure to malicious software and phishing scams designed to trick you into revealing your private keys or approving a fraudulent transaction. A cold wallet is a physical hardware device designed to keep your private keys completely offline. It stays disconnected from your computer and the internet unless you are specifically using it to authorize a move. By keeping the keys offline, cold wallets protect your assets from hackers who might infect your computer with a virus. This physical isolation makes them a safer choice for storing larger amounts of crypto over the long term. A good rule of thumb is to use hot wallets for the agility needed for active use, and cold wallets for the heavy-duty protection of your savings. Most crypto is lost to preventable human errors rather than sophisticated network hacks. Understanding these common mistakes is the best way to avoid them. Many beginners store their seed phrases digitally, taking a screenshot, saving it in your email drafts, or putting it in a cloud notes app creates a digital trail that a hacker can find if they gain access to your accounts. Scammers also use social engineering to create a false sense of urgency. They often pose as support accounts or offer fake rewards to trick you into clicking links that compromise your wallet. Mistakes can also be mechanical. Sending a large sum of money all at once to a new address can lead to total loss if you make a typo or select the wrong network. Focusing on potential profits before learning how to handle keys securely often leads to losing those profits before they can even be realized. To start safely, begin by buying a very small amount of crypto on a reputable custodial exchange. Use this stage to get familiar with how the market moves and how the basic interface works. Next, set up a trusted hot wallet and move a tiny fraction of your funds there. Practice sending small amounts to see how your private key acts as your digital OK to move those records on the notebook. Once the value of your holdings becomes an amount you would be pained to lose, graduate to a physical cold wallet. Use this hardware device to keep your long-term savings offline and secure. Success in crypto relies on a stack of small, disciplined security habits. A sane, step-by-step approach keeps you in the game much longer than a clever shortcut.